The situation in Chennai, the rains have in fact hit Chennai once again, and Regional Meteorological Center in Chennai said that the city has recorded 8.4 centimeters rainfall, single day record rain in Chennai. And in fact, waterlogging has been reported in various parts of Chennai. And going straight across to my colleague Dharani, who is joining us live in the broadcast for more on this. Dharani, what more details do we have? We do know that waterlogging has been reported in several parts of Chennai.
Yes, since yesterday night, Chennai has been seeing very heavy rainfall, and several parts of Chennai, especially the low-lying areas, they are facing waterlogging and water stagnation. Especially, areas like Puliyandop, Egmore, Santham, etc. They are seeing heavy waterlogging and water stagnation. So the people are, of course, suffering because of this. And the Chennai Corporation, they have deployed hundreds of, pumps in place to pump out the, stagnated water. So right now we have the Chennai Corporation's Deputy Commissioner, Prashant, with us for a quick conversation. We will talk to him. Sir, since yesterday night, there's heavy rain, across Chennai, not only in Chennai, in several districts in Tamil Nadu also. But, in Chennai, we could see that there is heavy waterlogging, stagnation in, several low-lying areas. So what are we doing to prevent another flood-like situation in those areas?
As far as Chennai is concerned, compared to last year we had, after deduplication of all the locations, about 500-600 locations where water stagnated. Whereas from yesterday's rain, only so far 40 to 50 locations have been reported as stagnated. And right now it will be only about 20 to 30 locations where water is still stagnating. The major relief that we have got this year is due to the execution of a lot of stormwater drain projects. We have taken up about 220 kilometers of drains in the core city area for about 700 crores, which typically takes a duration of 2 years to implement. But Chennai Corporation has done almost 70 to 75% of the drains in 4 to 5 months' time. We have finished 157 kilometers of drains in the core city area. Similarly, a 3,000 crore project is happening in the north of Chennai, Kostilar Basin. 700 kilometers of drain is supposed to be constructed. Whereas in the first year itself, we have finished 50%. That is 350 kilometers of drains have finished, because of which areas like Madavaram, Thiruvattiur, Manali, Kolattur, etc. are getting major relief. Because of the core city projects, Adayar Kuvam Basin areas also are getting major relief. And we have, compared to last year where we deployed at some point over even 1,000 pumps, this year we have reduced the number of pumps. We have only deployed 400 pumps. And so far we had to switch on less than 60 to 70 pumps so far. And currently also only about 30 to 40 pumps are running. And you can see that the stagnation time has significantly reduced, and wherever, even though there was a sheet of water on the road, it is quickly draining off in the stormwater drains.
So how many machineries are being put in place? You told we have installed 400 pumps in several locations to pump out the stagnated water. So apart from this, what are all the machineries that are being put in place, and are we have we arranged for any temporary shelters in case of evacuation?
We are hoping that the situation won't arise where we have to evacuate. Even last year there was only very minor evacuation, even though we distribute a lot of food. We have about 166 temporary shelters ready, refurbished, and we also have a centralized kitchens. Every zone has 2 to 3 centralized kitchens, and we are ready for food distribution, etc. But we are hoping that for a normal rainfall of 10 to 15 centimeter or 20 centimeter a day, we may not have to evacuate. Only in extremely low-lying areas, there may be some requirement of food distribution, etc. But we are completely prepared to do it if it comes to that, and we are hoping that it won't come to that.
Sir, you've also given a contact number for citizens to contact, that is 1913, yes, the emergency contact number. So how many complaints have you received so far, and what kind of complaints are those? Like, what complaints are being majorly received from citizens?
Major complaints so far is typically in any rainy season it will be water stagnation, and water stagnation in the same location. Even tens and even sometimes hundreds of people complain from the same location. So it's the same complaint that's being repeated by many people. And this year, last year at some point we had to scale up to even 100 lines. This year we already have about 50 lines, but so far we only had to have 20 operators, and even the 20 operators are most of the time idle. So not too many calls. We are not getting inundated by calls. Last year there was situations where even like people were complaining that the line was not working. So this year the number of complaints are few and far between.
But this is just the first day, right? Like yesterday night only the rain started, and this is just the first day of the monsoon. So on the first day itself, we are seeing water stagnation and water logging in several areas, especially the Puliandop area, which is naturally a low-lying area. So in the upcoming days, there is a possibility for much heavy rainfall, and there is also possibility for heavy stagnation and water logging issues. So how are we going to face that, and what kind of instructions have been given to zonal officials to take care of the people in their zones?
So I would just like to point out to the first heavy spell of last year, which is November 6th, where from the morning itself it was fully inundated and the entire city had come to a grinding halt, and the CM was inspecting, Honorable CM was inspecting. But this year, even with that kind of rainfall, the same amount of rainfall, we have not seen that kind of situation because of all the mitigation measures taken up by the Municipal Administration Department, the Highways Department, as well as the PWD Water Resources Department. And desilting, etc. has happened way in advance with much more funds allocated for it. And because of which we are seeing that all the drains are functioning. And compared to last time, city is already witnessing a major relief compared to last year for the same amount of rainfall. However, weather you can't predict. There could be cyclonic formations, etc., which can dump a lot of rain in a very short period of time. If it comes to that, the city is completely prepared to face a situation like that.
All right. So you're basically telling that compared to last year, the situation seems, quite better this year. But we cannot, know what's going to happen in the future. So even if cyclones are going to come, then the Chennai Corporation is actually ready to face it, both in terms of manpower and machineries.
Yes, we have, even for cutting of trees, also heavy machinery, etc. Already, most of it is procured and in our hands. And wherever we require heavy machinery like JCBs, Hitachis, etc., we have vendors ready, and we have the resources fully mapped. So, corporation right now is ready to face any situation, but we are hoping. We always hope for the best and we plan for the best.
So one final question, sir. So I know that you have set up a separate control room for this, northeast monsoon. So what kind of monitoring is being done in that control room? And have we, installed any CCTV cameras or sensors in several parts of the city to monitor the water level?
We have sensors. One in our subway wells, where the sensors will monitor the levels, and some amount of pumping is automated. Even though there's, as a fail-proof, we always have a man there. Similarly, there are subways in the main carriageway. We are installing sensors where we are trying to give traffic lights, so that if the subway is too dangerous to traverse for a citizen, there will be a red traffic light that's coming up on the subways. Currently, 5 subways, those systems are installed, and other subways, they're getting installed. Similarly, we have our automatic weather stations, which also measures rainfall. This system is also integrated with the real-time flood forecasting system that is set up in the Commissionerate of Revenue Administration, or this